recording, start streaming. I probably should have started the stream too first, but that's all right. It'll should be going live and go live. All right, Evan. What show are we on? 164.
Ooh.
Jeez.
You say that every week. We're just amazed we're still going, I guess.
Yeah, people keep watching this.
I guess so.
Now I just got to share this to my page real quick and we will get started. There we go. Why did it take me so long to get there? And Evan, how are you this evening?
I'm okay. I haven't felt really that energetic today. I didn't really do anything, but I'm okay this evening. I have good days and bad, and today I'm just like, eh.
Just a lazy day, huh?
Yeah, I'm alive. Could be worse.
Yeah. It can always be worse. How's the chicken business?
Chickens are good. I think we're back to 6 now. We lost another one, turned into a rooster, and it was my favorite because that's how it works. The one that let you pick them up easy, the one that's, cool. It's always got to turn into a rooster, but
yeah,
it did. So we gave him to a guy who just lost his rooster. He breeds, and so yeah, Ruby turned into a Rudy and had to go bye-bye, and yeah, and then we caught one of the two. Vicky bought a couple birds. They're a couple months older, and they're starting to lay eggs. They're kind of smaller birds. So she bought them a couple weeks ago. Well, they both escaped as soon as she brought them home. and we finally trapped one about 4 or 5 days ago. And that's when we got rid of the rooster because it wasn't. Yeah, the rooster attacks. It just sucks. They have the aggression. So
yeah.
And now I'm back to 6, and we're still trying to track the one that comes and goes. It's free ranged itself. The neighbors have been pretty cool about this chicken cruising around.
Yeah.
It's kind of staying in its territory, but of course it's not going to let me catch it.
No.
So we have a trap, and so we're trying to catch this long lost chicken. That will put us back to 7.
Well, you better hope you trap it before a coyote or.
Yeah, that's what we're worried about.
Yeah.
But so far, the thing's had good luck. I think it's
because you guys you're like a stone's throw from the river.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of wildlife. We've trapped a couple wreck. I didn't say anything. Yeah, there's a lot of wildlife around here. So yeah, we have to be really careful. I had to catch myself on something. I'll explain later.
Oh, okay. Something that can't be on the podcast, boys and girls.
Well, I heard that we've heard that it's illegal to relocate certain animals, so we didn't do that.
Yeah, we did not do that.
Yeah, we did not do that.
We got too many game wardens. No. We do have a lot in Illinois, though. You go fishing. I've been hit a couple times. I don't mind, though. I buy my fishing license. And
I know, but that's one of the silliest things that just drives me nuts. Fishing license that we have to pay.
I think
to fish. A license to fish, to catch fish.
You could kind of argue if that's constitutional. Because, government shouldn't give you the right to feed yourself or your family. And if you feel like catfish fillets one night.
Right. It's just a weird thing. We're just paying license to do something, and it just blows me away.
Yeah.
Something like that. And fishing is one of them.
Dude, if it's not a tax, it's a fee. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We can't go down that road, Evan. We cannot go down that road.
Taxation is theft.
Oh, God.
No, we're not going to get all riled up.
No, I will too. I sure will, but not tonight. Oh, the dogs are going off, of course, because it is 8:05.
That's how it works.
Evan, one of our first stories. We'll hit a little news first. Duck terrorizes Florida neighborhood, sending one to the hospital. That's going to be your chicken, bro.
Send a person to the hospital?
Yeah, neighbors say an uninvited guest is causing chaos on their street in Cape Coral. Muscovy duck has not been a friendly visitor, with neighbors saying it has chased and bitten people, even sending one person to the hospital. This is a gangsta duck.
You know, somebody needs to have some duck soup.
Well, this guy, I don't have any backstory. It just says I had my eyes closed and all of a sudden I felt a jab on my hand and it was bleeding. What was he like laying in the grass or something? It's a small.
I didn't.
I mean, it's not a like a big old goose or anything like that. It's a duck.
Yeah, ducks don't really have sharp bills. That's like chickens, roosters. You have to be careful because, like, if you bend down, they can hit you right in the neck and right in the right spot. You can
Oh
be in trouble
yeah.
quickly, and yeah, really aggressive rooster. So I'm really careful with the chickens. I hold them. I kind of keep my back. You know, I'm to their back and I watch so they can't, turn and really, they never have tried to peck at my face or anything, but it just still worries me.
I tell you
But
what. Yeah.
like I said, a duck doesn't have a real pointy bill. I'm surprised it broke the skin or sent somebody to the hospital.
I tell you what. I went out to my buddy's chicken farm. I might have told you this story already, but man, there was one big old hen. Boy, yeah, it looked like she tried to kamikaze my ass.
They get big.
Man, I don't think she liked that I was in her house. Uh,
That's true. They know strangers. They know people. They know their people.
Jefferson County deputies thought a laser pointer would be enough to lure out a feline from its hiding spot. But that's not what happened, Evan. Cats no matter how big or small or natural hunters. But it turns out not all of them enjoy chasing the same thing. Such was the lesson deputies with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office learned recently when they were called to a home with a report of a bobcat inside, Evan.
That's scary.
They got body-worn camera videos shows the responding deputies, and one of them says, "Oh, yo, guys, look at this thing." And another deputy can be heard saying, "Hey, kitty, kitty," as he tries to get the bobcat out. Well, I'm going to see if he chases the laser. The deputy can be heard on the body cam saying, I don't know, cats like lasers, right? And the other deputy says it's not a normal cat, dumbass. God, why can't we have this audio?
It'd be cool.
Oh, there is a video of it. Can we play the audio? I don't know. Evan, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it.
I'd be calling animal control if I was one of those cops.
Man. Hold on. I think we're going to be able to hear a part of this, ladies and gentlemen. There's a commercial playing, so I don't want to, we don't give away commercials. You got to pay for that. We're still sticking out for Colt 45. Why wouldn't? Oh, okay. Hold on, Evan.
On that shelf. behind the plant. Oh. Right? I know.
Yo, guys, look at this thing. Hi, Kiki. Well, I'm gonna see if he chases the laser. I don't know, cats like lasers.
Oh,
Cats are all the same. They all like the same thing.
I don't know if it did or not. I don't think it did. Yeah, so there's video if you want to go see it.
I'm
So-
waiting to see it.
Yeah, I don't know if it played through or not. It didn't look like it was. And then there's a pub with a beer drinking sheep named Mint Sauce.
I've heard about a bar like that had like a goat or something in there. You could buy this goat a beer or something. Okay, so we got a sheep, huh?
Yeah.
That hangs out in this bar.
And what a name for it. Isn't that what they use to like eat lamb, is like a mint sauce?
Yeah. Some do.
Oh, these dogs are going nuts. Yeah, it looks like it. Same thing, Evan. There's an old sheep in there, and you can buy it a beer. Right on.
That's great.
It kind. That's
I just
probably
gotta ask
the.
why.
Why would you buy? I don't know.
Or things like, can I just get a glass of water?
Evan, would you buy a peeing robot attack dog from Temu?
A peeing attack dog?
Yeah.
No, that sounds. I mean, yeah, that sounds pretty funny. Somebody, invade your property. It pees on them, huh?
It says it fires bullets.
I don't know. I saw a video the other day of some robot got loose or something, and I am really scared of this thing.
Dude, here's the thing, though. Do you want to buy that from Temu?
No.
If you're going to buy something that shoots projectiles, I think you might want to stay away.
I agree. Not the cheapest. Don't go the cheapest place.
No. It does look cool. I wish I could show it, but it just popped up a big ad. But yeah, I mean, it shoots plastic projectiles. So I don't think it shoots like real bullets or anything, but still, I don't know. Shit from Temu would scare me, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've never bought anything or felt the need to. Uh-oh, Evan. We got a Chinese love story. Chinese man dumps girlfriend over hotel Wi-Fi auto connect.
Okay.
Boy. So anyway, this guy, he breaks up with his girlfriend when they checked into a hotel, and I'm not even going to try to say the name of this place. Chongqing,
Okay.
China. Over the recent May Day holiday, the two were locals, so I imagine they were there for one type of mattress run. And when the couple arrived at the hotel, the man discovered that his girlfriend's phone automatically connected to the Wi-Fi network.
She'd been there before.
This was the first time that they had stayed at the hotel together, Evan.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Man, how technology can throw off a relationship.
Yeah. So the man asked his girlfriend if she was at the hotel with somebody else, which she denied. But she couldn't explain why her phone connected to the Wi-Fi. Huh? Yeah, because you got to put a password. You physically have to put a password to connect to any hotel I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And you
Guess
only
you're
have
right,
to
yeah.
do it once, and it does auto connect.
Yeah.
Like
Most-
I have
yeah.
I have mine for the hotel that I stay up in Chicago. So as soon as I like walk in, it goes to that network.
Oh, no kidding.
So busted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, technology, the things, it's like, man, I didn't see that coming. You
Yeah.
know, she probably covered all her bases except for
Uh-huh.
that one.
Dirty skank. I think that's about all. Brawling men interrupt Harvard students' interview on campus. Two guys got in a fight, Evan, while this chick's doing her Harvard interview.
Did she get in?
Yes, she did. She was accepted.
Oh, she kept her cool.
So, I don't know what this is. Madame Tussaud. Oh, that's a wax place over in England. They got the big wax museum.
Oh, that's the name of it. Okay.
Yeah, Madame Tussauds or whatever. They unveil wax sculpture of Greg's sausage roll. Who the fuck is Greg, and why do we need to see his sausage roll?
I don't know.
They put it on a blue pillow, though.
No kidding.
Yeah, hold on. If this is a big picture, it is. Hold on. Let me show this to the people real quick. And you, Evan, you can see. I'm getting ready to show you Greg's
So
big old
this is
sausage.
This is a wax copy. This is a wax copy of Greg's Wang. Is this what we're going to see?
His sausage roll, Evan.
Oh, if his for real sausage.
Yes. And there it is on a blue pillow, encased. But there you go. There's Greg's famous sausage roll.
Well, all right.
So there you go, folks.
What a wacky world.
Oh, man. Who in the fuck would pay to see that? Oh, what are you here to see? The sausage roll. Of course. Go get one. Is this something you can't buy anymore? Hold on. We got to find this out because that's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, there's so much stuff, and I quit trying to make sense of things.
No, oh my God. They unveiled its latest creation of Britain's most beloved icons, a sausage roll from bakery chain Greg's. This is something you can buy in fucking bulk. It's nothing special. Why would you do a wax? Oh, these people got too much fucking time on their hands.
And presented on a velvet pillow.
Yeah. That would be like Taco Bell. You know? Which, I don't know. Hold on. Have we done that in a while? I wonder if that's changed this year, 2025.
Does Taco Bell have a museum?
I bet you they do.
I mean, doesn't everyone, even like Mueller's Indicator, they make water mains.
yeah.
They've got a museum. I guess you can go look at their museum of pipes and shit. I don't know. Someday I'll go there. I used to live a half mile from there. Never had the desire to go.
I don't want to do top 50. We'll do the top 10. Evan so far. Oh my God, yuck.
Holy cow.
Top 10 fast food chains in 2025 with statistics. We're not going to read the statistics, but we're going to believe marketing91.com. McDonald's.
I'm curious.
Number one.
Is McDonald's still number one?
Yeah, $24.6 billion.
Okay, didn't Subway outnumber them in stores for a minute? I mean,
Yeah, I
there
heard,
was a time when there were Subways all over the place.
and I heard a lot of them are going by the wayside. Number two, Evan, you want to take a wild guess?
Parties.
Starbucks.
Fast food.
Yeah, they sell food now. So
And I guess it's okay. If it's a food retailer, yes. Their volume, okay, so they're second behind McDonald's in volume. Starbucks is that big, huh?
yeah, number three is Subway, Evan.
Okay, I'm kind of amazed
Revenues
Subway still stick it in there.
revenue in 2024 was $13.9 billion.
Man, I hear people slam on it that just the price of it. The whole $5 foot long thing is a thing of the past.
I think
And
they
then they did have a thing where, like, for a while with a coupon a year or so ago, you could get a $5 6-inch. And some people have said that, they've gone in and got, like, wraps and stuff. And they're like, oh, it's $17, and everything's crazy these days. But yeah, their prices, the $5 sandwich was, something back then. And
number four. I love this company. I love what they stand for. There's a comedian that does a bit about Taco Bell. Go watch it. And that's exactly how I feel. They told you it wasn't 100% meat. They had some fillers in there.
who does it?
Yeah. But anyway, revenue Taco Bell is right on Subway's doors at $12.6 billion.
Yeah, I could see that. And I got no problem with Taco Bell. I think it's lost a little bit lately, but
Yeah.
but as far as, like, people like, oh, give me the shits. No, I've never ever had any problem with Taco Bell stuff. It's just
I've gotten the
it
shits
is
more.
what it is.
I've gotten the shits more from McDonald's than I have Taco Bell.
Yeah, I've never had an issue with Taco Bell. People knock it for no reason. I mean, just it is what it is. Let's face it. Like they say, hey, it's not 100%, but McDonald's isn't either. There's not enough cows to generate for the amount of hamburgers that McDonald's sells a day.
I will say that Taco Bell employs more employees in the U.S. than number one McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah, McDonald's.
Taco assembly lines, huh?
210,000. Subway is at now. Starbucks, 389,000 Americans work at a Starbucks.
Wow.
Subway, 220,000 plus. All these are probably plus. And then Taco Bell, 230,000. That's a lot of
Interesting.
chalupas.
Mm-hmm.
Number
Wow.
5, I am sorry. I'm going to make some people mad. One of the most overrated fast food places I've ever been, Chick-fil-A. I said it.
I got no problem with Chick-fil-A. Overrated, huh? I could see that. It's nothing spectacular. You're right. Some people just like, oh, Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, and
It's
see, it was amped up to me like that. It was like, oh, Chick-fil-A's the greatest. And I'm like, okay. And then I get this chicken sandwich in a motherfucking bag. I pull it out. It's just got some pickles on it. It's kind of dry. The bun's a little soggy. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. You're from Decatur. You could go to Krekel's and get a chicken sandwich, and it's better or as good as the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
So no big deal there. Yeah, Chick-fil-A, I could take it or leave it. I like that they've got some decent salads. I don't always want fast food, the standard, burger, fries, and crap like that. And But yeah, it's a little overrated. Okay, I'll agree with you on that one.
And that's my opinion. I don't want no. I'm not trying to argue with anybody. Number six. Now look, back in the day, I'd have been all over number six. Number six was my number one, probably back in the early '90s, and then I think around the 2000s they really started falling off. Wendy's.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Hardee's. I've never been that big on Wendy's.
Oh, yeah. And look at this. They're only their revenue last year was 11.8 million, but they actually employ over 250,000 U.S. workers.
Nice.
Now I wonder if that would probably be through shipping and distribution. That's probably everything, ain't it?
It's a big operation. I don't know who all. Some of these restaurants are owned by other corporations, and so I don't know if they're all just franchised and yeah.
Number
And
7, Burger King.
okay, hey, take it or leave it.
I tell you what, every once in a while, one of them Whoppers just hits the spot. Just hits the
Yeah.
spot, man. Number 8, another coffee place, Evan. Dunkin' Donuts.
It is big.
And they also 250,000 U.S. workers.
I never go to coffee place. If I want a coffee that bad, I usually make it at home, and I used to, make it and take it to work, or I'd buy it at work. For me to go and get out of my car, shut the ignition off, go into a store, or sit in some drive-through just for a coffee, it's not worth it to me. No, I'm not gonna not pay that kind of money for it. I'm a tight ass in that aspect. I mean, it's freaking coffee. It's not worth $5 a cup at Starbucks.
No, none of that is. It's coffee. And some people spend like $100 and something for this cup of coffee that is made from some monkey eating a coffee bean and then pooping it out. And they pay $100 and something for this cup of coffee. Man, I will do the same thing for 50.
All right.
I'll eat some corn with that fucking coffee bean.
Well, okay.
You can make you a corn salsa. Evan, the next one is Domino's.
Yeah. That's your biggest chain, isn't it? Pizza chain.
The world rank of Domino's is number 2.
But as far as pizza, is got to be the biggest.
I would think so. Evan, for $1, I'm going to give you a couple hints. How many employees does Domino have? I will tell you this, it is more than any I have mentioned. But
okay, then
it is under 500,000. Or
okay,
yeah.
All the others around 230 to 250 you said. So let's say they employ 290.
Close, Evan. Not really. 340. 340,000 U.S. workers work for Domino's.
I could see that. They deliver a lot of pizzas.
And number 10, boo, Panera Bread.
Overpriced, overrated.
Yeah.
It used to be some quality. Now, man, yeah, I don't know. Panera, yeah, that's. They got bought out a couple years ago, and they just cheapened everything and raised their prices. You know how that happens. The company's just investors trying to make money off of a company before they burn it to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, anywhere on the list, I've always liked Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I can't believe DQ was not on the list, Evan.
and I don't know I always liked Dairy Queen burgers, I'm not a big fast food person, but when I did, I would go to Dairy Queen. I don't know why, and I used to love Hardee's back in the day. I mean, back in the day, Hardee's was good stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Their chicken fillet sandwiches were like huge chunks, and their barbecue sauce kicked ass. That was like ultimate stoner food back when back in the '90s, and it's just Hardee's these days. I
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever, take it or leave it, like the rest of them.
Yeah. Now it's called a couple different things in different places. It was
Carl
Hardee's
Jr.
here, and yeah, in other places it was Carl's Jr. And then they went to like just the Star. There was a couple places that they didn't have a name on it, just that big stupid star.
Oh yeah.
And then yeah, it was
That's funny. The prices. I remember the deals that when I was in college in the early mid '90s, the $2.99 full meal deal. Your
oh
double cheeseburger or your
yeah.
chicken sandwich, but you could go through and $3.21 with tax or something. Now you can't. You can't go through a drive-through of fast food and for what, less than 10 or 12 these days.
Yeah. It's
I
something
think
like
last time
that.
Vicky and I went through a Culver's and we both got whatever, I got a burger and fries, and I think she got this fish sandwich and fries, two drinks. It was 25. So 12.50 a piece basically.
Man. Yeah, who
It
can
is
afford that?
silly, You can always go in a lot of sit down restaurants and, your entree's $12.
But
And that's, real cooked, home cooked food.
that's what you get when you have to pay grown people that should not be working at a goddamn. And I apologize. I should not have said that. But they should not be working at restaurants. Those fast food places, man, that used to be a teenage thing.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a career choice, and it's unfortunate it is these days for many people that, yeah. And just corporate greed. We were talking, you and I, the other day. I went to the auto parts store, and a filter that used to be, oil filters usually $5-6. I got one. It was $15 for oil filter for the
Oh,
car.
yeah.
I'm like, this corporate greed is just killing everything. But food prices, I don't know. It's coming down slowly. At least I hope.
Yeah. Evan, man, we got to jump back to news real quick because we forgot our bozo criminal of the day. And I kind of thought this one was funny. So I really hate to skip this, but when we finish our news like we did, we kind of jumped into a list real quick. I don't know how we got on the fast food restaurants, but we did, so we looked it up. Sorry. That's what you get when you have no structure. We don't do any show prep. We get on 20 minutes before we do the show, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you get. What?
Yeah. Episode 164 of us winging it.
Yep. This one says, next time try milk. And this is from our buddy Dave Moreland at bozocriminal.com. But this one says, stay away from those flaming hot chips if you're on probation. It seems Bozo Darren, whose probation forbade consumption of alcohol, decided to enter the Hot Chip Challenge, a contest where you see just how hot a chip you can consume, how much of it you can consume. Apparently, this challenge, which took place in a bar, was videoed, and our bozo was seen taking a swig from a Corona after a hot chip. Sorry, pal, you should have stuck with water. His probation officer was reviewing social media and spotted our bozo drinking the beer, which,
Oh, no.
along with being in a bar, was prohibited under the rules of his probation. Our bozo, who has previous convictions for dealing in stolen property, cocaine sales, grand theft, credit card fraud, heroin possession, cocaine possession, theft, burglary, and violating a domestic violence protection order, is heading back to jail, Evan.
Man, a swig of beer is pretty minor on all that, but that's what did it.
Yep.
Good job.
Idiot.
Wow.
Eddie? Eddie. This thing said right here, the guy that wrote this is Eddie. 30 common slang words you may not realize came from TV and movies.
Slang words?
Yes. We love
Okay.
the slang words, Evan, like hose.
Yes.
Gaslight. We hear that quite a bit nowadays.
Uh-huh.
Can be traced back to George Cukor's 1944 film Gaslight.
Really? I
Yeah.
always wonder where that term came from.
So there you go. It's a 1944. Nimrod.
Nimrod was actually, wasn't he like a pagan god or something?
No, it came from a Bugs Bunny episode.
Oh.
Yeah. 1948 Bugs Bunny episode.
Nimrod. I could see that.
You know they could not show half of them Bugs Bunny
Oh, no. Huh?
things
Of course not.
nowadays.
Hell, they told Duke Hazard.
Evan, for $1, I know what you're gonna say, and you're gonna be wrong. Cowabunga. Where did it come from?
I thought it came from The Simpsons.
No.
Correct?
No.
Didn't he always just say cowabunga, dude? Wasn't him?
Here-
Bart Simpson, like really early.
Okay, but I can go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles said it.
That was okay. Bart, you say ay caramba, that was it.
Yeah, but we can even go back further. Cowabunga came from 1949 and Howdy Doody.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Huh.
Uh,
Now you know.
Hardy har har. I think we've all heard that, but do you know where it came from, Evan? Here. It was a popular one-room sitcom back in 1955. Jackie Gleason.
The Honeymooners?
Yes.
I've never watched one.
Really?
Yeah, I feel
Dude,
bad.
some of them are pretty good. The first couple seasons are a little rough. It's a little rough acting.
Yeah, a lot of stuff you go back and you want to watch. This doesn't hold up. Things have really changed, and it's hard to watch some old stuff.
Yes.
Very slow and just very, I don't know, dumbed down and just.
Well, who really thought this wasn't supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? I can't
That
believe
was
I
from-
just said that.
From Mary Poppins?
Exactly. Who didn't know that? Ribbit.
Or Kermit the Frog? I don't know.
Gilligan's Island in 1965. I don't believe that. People
Really?
probably made that sound before that. I mean, if somebody told you to make a frog noise, what would you do? Ribbit. Ribbit.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
I don't believe that. I've never heard that one. Mind meld.
Mm-mm.
5-0.
From Hawaii 5-0?
Yes, that is where it came from in 1968. That is when everybody started calling, hey, Po-Po.
It's the 5-0.
Spam.
What about it?
The Monty Python's Flying Circus.
That's where the term spam came from?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one. Spam.
Hmm.
I used to watch some Monty Python. That wacky shit.
Oh, that was some weird stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
Jumping the Shark.
It came from Happy Days.
It did.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
And that term comes up so much still these days. Oh, they're jumping the shark. It's your one last attempt to get some attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, common phrase.
See, I don't believe some of these. Your toast comes from Ghostbusters in 1984. Somebody had to say that before.
Yeah, big deal. It's
Yeah.
not like it's a household term anyway.
Yeah. Oh, Evan, what was your Bart Simpson? Or no, what's your Homer impression?
Don't.
Yep, that's it.
No.
That's 1989 is when The Simpsons debuted, Evan.
Isn't that nuts? Long time. That for one series, and just like South Park, those guys been at it for so many years. How they keep it fresh?
Hasta
You're
la
not burn
vista,
out.
hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, that was more recent. That Terminator. I want to go back and watch that. It's been a lot of years. With all the AI shit going on these days, I think that movie might hit a little different.
Yeah.
For when you didn't, you're watching it just for the visuals when you're a kid, and
Yeah,
and,
right.
And I never really, I think, sat down and watched it all the way, through. Just so caught so many scenes of it and everything. Yeah, that's a movie I think be interesting to go back and watch. Kind of like The Matrix, as you get older, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, I see now, I got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, The Matrix is kind of scary now.
Yeah,
Life is like a box of chocolates.
yeah. Was it Forrest? Yep.
Friend Zone.
Where did that come from?
Friends in 1994. Yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah. As If.
Yes. Yeah. Was that from Clueless?
Yeah, but that's a lie because chicks in the 80s were using that shit.
Yeah. Clueless was just a mirror of the time.
Yeah, I bet if you went and watched the movie Valley Girl with Nicolas Cage, that was like one of his first movies. I guarantee you As If is said in that.
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Regifting. I don't believe this either. Seinfeld?
I could almost see Seinfeld coming up with that term for that. Yeah. Huh. That's interesting.
Oh, Evan, we just talked about it. Red pill, blue pill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your Matrix.
We're living in the Matrix now. They want you to take the red pill or the blue pill.
Yep. I swear sometimes I'm like, it feels like it.
Pop culture reference point, The Perfect Storm in 2000. I've heard The Perfect Storm before 2000.
I remember that movie. Wipe their boat out.
Excuse me, bruh. Zoolander 2001. I was saying, excuse me, bruh. Before
I avoided Zoolander. Ben Stiller movies I try to avoid.
Yeah, I am not a fan of that dude.
Yeah, he just gets, some of his movies are just too stupid.
Some of these are stupid. Debbie Downer.
Oh, from Saturday Night Live, I remember the
Yes.
character.
There you go, Evan. Nice one.
Some of those were good back in the day when they had Jimmy Fallon never make it through a skit without, falling apart.
Yeah. Bucket List.
I remember that movie, yes. I could see that. That started with that movie, definitely. I never heard that term, a bucket list.
Catfish.
Hmm.
And it says Pop Culture Reference Point Catfish 2010. All right.
Okay.
Don't
see
be don't be suspicious. Just happened in 2015. I don't know about some of these, Evan.
Yeah.
I got to put me first. 2019. I doubt that.
I don't know what that's from, but okay. Yeah. No.
Here's 13 things I should not say because they are insults, Evan. You're so lucky you don't care what people think. I'm going to start saying these to people.
Okay, we start a new list here.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
These are 13 passive-aggressive phrases. I got sick of that list. It's bullshit. The first
All
couple were okay. But then it started saying stuff like 2021. Man, that was 4 years ago. I've heard that shit when I was...
All right, move on.
yeah, some young
13
person...
what?
Yeah, 13 passive-aggressive... How I'm being right now, very passive-aggressive, Evan.
Well, you're getting aggressive.
Here,
No.
Here's 13 passive-aggressive phrases that are actually insults. We'll go back to number 1. You're so lucky you don't care what people think.
Man, that sounds like something I would say. To...
I know. Number 2, must be nice. I've never said that, and I hate to hear that.
Yeah, must be nice, yeah.
Number 3, wow, you're brave to wear that.
Yeah, that means like I wouldn't be caught dead in it.
Number 4, good for you. Yeah, you know what would even make
That's a
that
put
better?
down.
Throw 2 thumbs up when you say good for you.
Yeah, I use that one frequently. Okay, good for you.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess some people just get all the breaks. I don't like that. That's not passive aggressive. That's like,
It's jealousy.
yeah, that's feeling sorry for yourself. That's pity.
Yeah, and being jealous of somebody who's got something you don't. Yeah.
Number 6, I thought you were smarter than that.
Oh, yeah, that's a straight up insult.
No, man.
Yeah, that's like saying learn to speak, learn to think for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, these are 13 passive-aggressive phrases that are actually insults. Number 7, just trying to help. Yeah, don't say that to people.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help your stupid ass.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you actually did it. Yeah, don't do that and like start clapping. Wow.
Do the slow clap. Add on the slow clap for that one. Wow, you actually did it. Bravo.
You always have to be the center of attention, don't you?
Yeah, it's... Mm-hmm.
People don't like that.
No.
I was only joking, don't be so sensitive. Yeah, I mean, look, there's some things you don't joke with people about.
Yeah.
Like if they got a
But if you have to say, "Oh, be so sensitive," then you probably fucked up.
Yeah, if they got like a weird big toe or something, you don't want to bring that up, Man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's different. That's a good one right there. I'm going to start using that one. Wow, that's different. And just walk away from people.
That's a fresh take.
Yeah. Oh, this one. Yeah, some of these are kind of like a jealousy thing. I wish I had that kind of free time.
Yeah.
Well, then,
Everybody's got time to do what they want.
yeah. Oh, damn, this one is hardcore. If you say this to any of your friends, you are straight gangsta. Your lucky looks don't matter.
Wow.
Man.
Like saying you got a face for radio. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, this one's just mean.
Yeah,
Disguised as
that's
playful. No. Somebody tells me that, I'm going to be like, I'm going to talk about their mama or something, man.
I'm going to make you ugly.
Man. Yeah, that's horrible. Oh. Well, we are winding down on our... I forgot to look up, Evan, and I'm going to do it real quick. See if I can find us a question of the day or for the week. And
these are always interesting.
I try to find a weird one. Let's try this. I'll go into this. I got to scroll down a little bit. Give me a funny. Here, we'll do this one for fun while I try to find a serious one. And I'm going to tell you a couple of mine. What is the funniest Wi-Fi network name you've ever seen?
Oh, I don't know.
Dude.
Things like Not the Cops and I
Not the cops.
I don't know. I've seen some few funny ones people post online, but I haven't seen like tons of them driving through neighborhoods. My neighbors don't have any good, I don't think. I'm gonna have to look real quick. It's been so long.
And I swear to you, when I get to work, if you follow the AlfromDtown and if you follow the page, I will post a picture tomorrow and screenshot it at work. But at work, one of the Wi-Fi is Hillary Clitoris.
Oh no.
And there's another one that it's pretty raunchy too. And
wait a minute. Can customers like in the waiting room, can they search these? I mean, would they pop up on their phones if they did a search of networks?
I think so. But there's like an apartment complex like kind of across the street, so it picks up a lot of theirs. And yeah, it was
see, our house is just so far out that I can only pick up one neighbor next door.
All right, Evan. Oh, God. I don't know which one to do. If an alien spaceship crash landed in your backyard, what are you doing first?
Man. Do I run towards or do I run away?
No, I think I'm going to go towards it.
Yes.
You know what? I mean, you live once.
I'd be like, at the risk of being anally probed, I'm hoping you guys can get me out of here.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I take it back. Now all my buddies that watch this podcast, oh yeah, you'd go running now. God dang it. I'm going to see about editing this part out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty funny.
I mean, if they came out and, they didn't have boners or anything like that, I'd probably go and try to greet them and,
Yeah.
be like,
Probably not going to end well, but what do you got to lose at this
yeah,
point?
I
Like,
mean,
this could be interesting.
if I run, that might, you know, freak them out or something, and then they try to shoot me with a laser or something like that. So, either way, I don't know. Maybe they'll like take me as their leader. They'll be like, "Oh, look at this big white dude," and then I'll have a gang of aliens. That's my goal.
I don't know. I watched, what was it, Mars Attack? Do you ever see that movie?
Yes.
We watched that a couple months ago, and that didn't end well. Those guys were vicious.
Yeah, they were.
So,
All right, Evan.
I don't.
Here's one more before we get out of here. What's the best concert you have ever attended?
I would say probably the coolest was Lollapalooza. Like, this is '92 to have Alice in Chains and Primus headlined it. But I mean, it's Lollapalooza. There's like 8 bands that day.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the biggest and one of the neatest. That was down in St. Louis at whatever the time. I don't know, they call it Riverport. I don't know what it is called these days, but that would be up there. Man, that was a good one. I also saw on the Horde tour once they had Lenny Kravitz with Blues Traveler, Natalie Merchant, and Rusted Root. Rusted Root you can throw away; they were opening band, but
Right.
that was a neat show. But no, I would say the Lollapalooza, a big show like that. That was probably the coolest concert I've been to. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Mine's got to be a tie, dude. And I hate to do this, but I really, because my very first concert was, well, actually, damn, yeah, I got to go my first concert, I think, which Motley Crue during Shout at the Devil opened up for Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon.
That would be neat. I've never seen Ozzy. It would have been nice to see.
And see, my second one was Ozfest because I got to see Slipknot on the 4th stage. They didn't even make it to the 3rd stage. They were just starting off, and I got to see Drowning Pool before the original lead singer died. They only had one album out, and I saw him 2 days before he died. So, man, it's a toss-up with those two concerts. Which ones would be my favorite?
Those are good shows. Yeah, that the the Lollapalooza that I saw Tool, we walked by, and Tool was playing a side stage. And we stopped and listened to a song or two. But, it's something live you've never heard a band before, especially on a side stage. It's really hard to, grasp. And I couldn't believe that, like, months later, I was like, oh, my gosh. And then by the end of Lollapalooza, I think they were headlining it. They went from side stage to headliners. Like, whoa, they just got huge quick. Yeah, so it was like, man, and I never went back and saw Tool, and I had tickets a couple years ago. I had tickets 2 nights in a row, and I canceled them. That's when I got sick.
Oh, no.
And, yeah, I've never seen them since, and they've always been my favorite. But, yeah, it's good. Those are good concerts. Back in the day, I don't know who really tours at such big scale anymore. I don't know if ticket sales are there, or it's just so expensive. Concerts.
Yeah, they are. They sure are. Evan, it is 9 o'clock. Let's go on, jump off here for this week and finish show 164. And we'll be back next week for 165. But tell these beautiful people goodbye.
All right, beautiful people. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Hope you have a beautiful week. I think we got nice weather around here. So enjoy and come back next Monday and see us.
Hell yeah. Anyway, like Evan said, I hope you have a great week. We love you. Peace. Be good to one another. We'll catch you next Monday. Hey, if you like the show, share it. We don't get too crazy with politics or any bullshit like that. We just have fun. And we hope you do too, guys. We enjoy you, and we appreciate the support. So until next time, peace.
Later.